I love it. Do you love it? Oh, I love it. Okay, what up? Hey, Oscar. What's up, everybody? So today, sorry it's been a hot second. I was like, I'm gonna film a video every week, and then I actually stressed myself out so much trying to film the last video because I did not know what I was doing, and so now we're back. I am going to do a little adventure through the timeline of how I got to this apartment, this place that I live in called Artspace, because I have lived here since February of 2020, literally right before COVID was like in its pretty much in its peak of like we shut down and everything. That's when I moved here. It was a weird time, but yeah. Anyways, so yeah, I wanted to like do a little apartment tour type situation. And yeah, that's about it. And then we'll just talk. Tutu might come over and visit while we're talking over here. Come here, buddy. So yeah, anyways, I have lived here since February of 2020, like right when COVID had shut down all of Ohio pretty much, was when I moved in. So it was a really strange time. Hello, Tutu. It was a really strange time, but also a nice time to be kind of like getting to know my new space, because I was like, I'm out my job. I pretty much am locked in my apartment, so like, let's just figure out, let's figure out how to make it feel like home. So yeah, the apartment that I was living in before this, which was my very first place alone before this, I felt like, I liked it, but I felt like it wasn't me. Like it didn't feel very artsy or anything like that. It was just basic, like your granite countertops, your white walls, your wood floors, and like it was just too commercial. That's the word. It was too commercial. My cat is so funny right now. So I remember my friend Anya, who I work with, who also lives here, she was like, hey, like you should come check out Artspace. Like I think you'd be a great fit. And I had no idea really what it was at the time. Quit. And so I came to visit her, and then we hung out in her apartment, and then this unit that I'm in now happened to be available at that time. And she's like, well, you want to go up and see it? And I was like, sure, why not? And it was nighttime, so the landlord took us up. And I remember like him opening the door, and I was just like, oh my God, I'm walking around and I'm like looking around and I'm like, dude, like this is so freaking awesome. And literally like I filled out the application that night. I was like, I want to live here. And basically, so what makes Artspace different from any other apartment is it's more of a like community based type of thing. Like the people that live here all are supposed to be some sort of creator of some sort. So whenever you put in an application to live here, you just go before this small little group of people who are on the committee, and they want to see your work essentially, or what you do. And they're like, you don't have to be great, you don't have to make money off of it, like we just want you, in your heart to be a creator. So I was like, okay. And I was very nervous, but at the time, I loved painting. I've always loved drawing, I've always loved painting. But the thing that I felt that I could actually show for the best, that I felt like I was talented in, was like the photography work that I had been doing recently. So I showed them like my gallery of all my photos, like on my photography Instagram page, and they were like, yeah, like we really love these, and like we'd love to have you, like we think you'd be a great fit. And again, you don't have to like really do anything. They just want people that live here to be, following their passion in that sense. I am definitely someone who, like, I want my environment to kind of like be a representation of me, and like be visually pleasing, aesthetically pleasing, and like be stimulating. And so it's important to me to have things in my space that I like colors that I like, plants, smells, literally like anything. So my very first time moving out of my parents, and then the first apartment that I had lived in was with a previous partner, and I remember he was not quite on the same page as I was in terms of like wanting to decorate the place. And I also was not fully I wasn't really fully aware of just who I was, honestly, in all reality. And like, I felt like when I tried to like kind of express myself or like decorate or even like do art whenever we were living together, like it just wasn't supported, and that was a very dark time in my life for other reasons. But whenever you're living with someone who doesn't really try to bring out the true you and support the true you, it just makes you want to shut down, really. So I pretty much just lived in a boring, plain place, and then now I'm here, and I literally am like sitting here on my floor like looking around, and it's just like, it is honestly crazy. Sometimes I forget that I even like live in a place like this, which again, I've cultivated the whole thing, and I'll show you once we go through our little tour. But because the other day I had bought internet, like a better internet, and I needed someone to come help me set it up. So the guy from Spectrum like came over, and I remember I had to go meet him downstairs and like bring him up. And I remember thinking to myself as I'm unlocking the door, I'm like, he's probably gonna be like, oh, like interesting place. But literally he walks in and he's like, this is dope as hell. And then he's like, excuse my language, and I was just sitting there, I'm like, no, it's okay. And he's like, do you care if I like look around? So he's like standing there like looking at everything. He's like, okay, so you got the sage and the crystals and everything. And I was cracking up laughing, because honestly I don't have very many people over here, like some of my closer friends, but like truthfully it's just me and Tutu hanging out. Just me and Tutu for the most part. So yeah, but I like it. I like hanging out in here because it's me, you know? It's just me. So anyways, let's go ahead and do the whole shebang, the whole extravaganza. Without further ado, let's go ahead and do the full tour. I love it. Do you love it? Do you love it? Okay. Okay, so this is kind of what you see in the hallway, and again, I'm on the 4th floor of the building, so this is my apartment, this is my neighbor's. Here I just have some pictures hanging up that I took. Some of them are old. Actually, they're all old, but you know. It's my brother Leroy. It's my friend Savannah. And yeah, so there's all my pictures. And they even want you to like decorate the outside too. So I think I would like to extend this wall downward. But anyways, Tutu will most likely be waiting. Hi! So yeah, when you first walk in, this is kind of what you see. We have a lot going on. So anyways, I'll start over here. So when I first moved in here, I actually had my bed over there, and the head of the bed was by a window. And I remember it just being so bright, and I'm like, this isn't quite working out. So right now we have the bed over here, and I moved it here back in March, I think, and I like it a lot better because it's less bright. And yeah, so I painted this wall back in, when did I paint this wall? June. It's just a bunch of brush strokes pretty much over and over and over of various different colors, and I quite like it. I quite enjoy the wall. The ceiling is also very cool too. We got these little studio lights. Honestly, I only have my lights on for the sake of this video right now because I get so much natural light from my windows that I really don't even use my lights. So next we will be going to the bed. Tutu does sleep on the bed with me. He is currently eating his food over there, but he does take up half of the bed, and he seems to have some sort of sentimental attachment to this blanket. I am not sure why, but he loves it. So these pillows I made a long time ago. Shout out to my Grams. She helped me make these. This one I sewed by hand. I rode my bike to a craft store, and I got these fabric pieces, and I sewed these pillows together, and I just still love them. They're literally years old. So yeah. This piece of wood was supposed to be my table for my apartment, but as you can see, it's still here, so it didn't quite work out, but it's fine. Little painting that I did. I really like the creation of Adam. hands. I think they're just really fascinating, so I've painted them several times. And then this is another one that I did also earlier this year. That's probably my favorite painting, honestly. My brother got me this. Anyways, yeah, so this is the kind of the little bedroom area, and I felt like putting this rug here because the kitchen is over here. So I felt like putting this rug here would kind of like make it to where it's like, okay, this is separating the area into like, that's the bedroom, because without the rug, it just felt like everything was too combined. So yeah, I like this setup. I think it will stay like this for quite some time. And then this is one of my furniture pieces that I brought all the way from my first apartment I had with one of my exes. And yeah, so I've got my little crystals over here. And then we've just got some random candles and such. And yeah, so the second thing is I love having a ton of plants in here. I think I have probably, oh man, probably like 20 plants. So anyways, next we shall go to the kitchen area. So the kitchen is pretty much, you know, right when you walk in. And I remember when I first moved here thinking like, I wonder how it's gonna be like just waking up out of bed and then just walking straight to the kitchen, like there it is. But I honestly really like it. I've got my little nuts and seeds in my jars and stuff like that. Okay, we've got another painting up here. I did this one right when quarantine hit as well, because we were locked away. So I'm like, I'm just gonna paint. And yeah, I really like this painting. It's got a nice little gold border on it, and it's just really pretty, and it's really gigantic. This thing I made as well. So check this out. These are all, besides the beads, these are all materials from the ocean. Like, this is literally those things that like come up in the ocean and like cause a bunch of foam and stuff like that. And when I went on vacation last year with my family, I like collected all of them, and I'm like, I'm gonna make some crafts. So went out and got these beads, and then I put them on there. And these are also, this thing is also from the ocean, and the piece of wood too. So yeah, on top of the refrigerator we have random items and such. We have one of my favorite symbols. This is the unalome. I actually got this tattooed on my arm. Here, I'll show you, because I love it so much. See that? Look at it, so cute. I'll show you a better thing later, but it's really small and I like it a lot. And up here, I was like, I want to, you know, utilize this space on top of the cabinets. So I just put a bunch of stuff up there that I made or bought. So I don't know if you can see this, but right here there's cutouts of letters, and it says, happiness is not a destination. And I have had that hanging up in my room, not this exact one because I remade it, but I had that hanging up in my room when I was literally like a kid, because I just loved it. So yeah, I'm just gonna kind of pan my camera up here. Again, all just random stuff really. It's a couple paintings I've done. And then we've got another plant. This was one of the first plants that I bought here, and it's gotten so big. Like, check this out. It's literally all the way down here, and it goes all the way up, and it goes all the way over, and I just love it. I hope it keeps getting big. This is actually me. Oh my gosh. It's like, I was mucho close to the edge of the rock. Mucho dangerous. But anyways, yeah, so this is a kitchen area. My brother got me this plant. Thanks, Leroy, for the plant. He is very cute. And then my little coffee area. So if you know me well, I am obsessed with teas. I find like teas to be superior to coffee. I know it's strange. So this is my little tea drawer. I don't have a huge selection right now, but we're gonna make the selection bigger. So for my birthday, which was just in August, the only thing I asked for was this. There we go, my camera's focused now. So yeah, this little teapot was literally the only thing I wanted for my birthday, and I just find it to be the most cutest thing ever. You just put loose leaf tea in it, and you pour your hot water in, and then it pretty much just steeps in this, so you don't actually heat this up. But I just love this thing. Hi. And I'm very excited to use it. I haven't used it yet, and my grandpa made me this little Keurig holder. My grandpa is a very great man. He used to have a woodworking like shop in his backyard, and he would like make stuff. And I just love this thing. It's very handy. So, moving on. Do you love it? Do you love it? The next thing, we will do this little area. This is actually my favorite area in my entire apartment, and because it's just so cute, and there's just so much cute stuff over here, and all my little plants are just chilling and vibing out. So basically, yes, this is the plant area, and I kind of like putting random things in my plants. Like, this is just a little agate thing, but this is like a Palo Santo stick to burn in there. There's some little rocks in here too, I think. Oh yeah, we've got 2 little rocks. Hi. Tutu, this is his favorite area to sunbathe. He lays right here and he just lets the rays hit him and he just lives his best life, right? So yeah. My plan with this plant, which is actually son of other mango huge plant over there, is that I would like it to kind of start growing up this board. So eventually, if that could happen, that would be fabulous. But yeah, I got this at Goodwill. Oh, and that too. I got both of these at Goodwill. And like, look how cool this is, dude. I put a succulent in there. I don't even know what this is, but it's awesome. So yeah, and that piece of wood is from that, which was gonna be my table. Tutu. So yeah, this is the view. There's a little bakery down there, a donut. I think they have cupcakes actually. Cakes, some sort of cakes. And then over there, right there's the courthouse. So yeah, this is my view. I like it. So yeah, next, later on, I would like to share these tie-dye shirts that I made. They are currently drying off, but I'm definitely gonna show these. So yeah, more plants over here. Again, we got a little selenite wand in this plant. This plant is struggling very much so, but he's doing his best. Again, just more artwork everywhere. I did that when I was super young. We got more randomness. Did this when I was young too. I'm not really sure what I was going for, but it says back to life on it, so there's that. And then we have that. So yeah, we'll go. My TV. This thing I got from Wayfair, and I really like it. It's definitely not the best quality, but I really like the style of it. And we've got a little sage burner, and this is like one of my favorite things that I have in my apartment. I like really small things. So yeah, this is it's an incense stick holder. Artwork hanging up in the windows. This is the living room area because I have a studio. So like I said, that area over there kind of is like the bed area, and then this is my living room area. I have my yoga mat out just because I just stopped trying to get it in and out every day, and I just kind of leave it there because my cat likes to lay on it. So we've got our little coffee table, we've got our little book area, and this is my lovely couch, which Tutu is literally destroying, but it's fine. And now we will talk about this. We will talk about this table. So this table, I actually like designed it. I did not make it. Like, I'm not the one that put it together, but I got the supplies and like designed it. It is an epoxy pour, and it's got little agate slices like what I had in my plant over there. So I just adore this table, and I didn't do enough talking about it whenever I first finished it. Some people that live actually local to here, it's called Unsung Salvage, put it together for me, and I got the piece of wood. My original plan was I wanted to fill in that empty space and that piece of wood and just have a really raw cut table, but it didn't work because it wasn't even, but it's no worries. And these table legs are from Amazon actually. Anyways, now that we've talked about the table, again, love this table, it's super cool. We've got the painting area / randomness. Tutu enjoys sitting in this chair and being like, I see she has started another project and then probably will not finish such project. It's so funny. Literally when I come home from work, he'll just like be like sitting there and you like can't see him, and then he'll like peek his head out the side. I'm like, oh bro, you critiquing my crap again? And my last thing is this area over here. I kind of didn't know what to do with this area because I didn't have this shelf. So I was like, everything was just piled over here. And you know like how you have that one space in your house where it's like everything is just a mess? That was this area. But now I've got my little shelf. So this is just some photos that I've taken. And a poem that I wrote, and that's my arm. This is literally probably one of the coolest things that I've ever been given. There's a lady that lives here named Mel, and she is so talented, and she gave me this, and she told me when she gave it to me that it was strong just like me, and I just was like, I was so geeked out. Like I was like, that's the most coolest thing that I've ever gotten, and it's only taped here because I need a frame for it, so I just wanted to make sure that it fit in this area. So thank you to her. Her work is amazing. I love this. My grandpa made me this little thing too, and I hang my jewelry on it. And this is a painting that my friends and I did together, like a collaborative painting, and it's very pretty. So I kind of just put all that over here because I felt like it went well together. Yeah, my friend Anya made me this. Let me pick it up. This is kind of like the little jewelry area too. And my friend Savannah gave me this plant, and I love it so much. At first he was struggling, but now he's also thriving. Tutu? What do you think? So a little bit about Tutu, okay? It's time for him to do his personal interview. So, a little bit about Tutu. His original name was Boston, and I was not vibing with it. I'm like, sir, your name will be Toulouse. And then that name was just too long, so then we were like, let's call him Tutu for short. So now he is Tutu, and my mom calls him Juju. Like bad juju, like J-U-J-U. She'll be like, how Juju doing? Right? Right? And he's gotten a little plump since I've owned him. Because I do indeed give him some treats sometimes, more than frequently. And so he is currently a little bit chunky, but there's nothing wrong with that. I kind of want to show this painting. So this painting I started way back in, oh gosh, a really long time actually. Originally it was something entirely different. Like it was supposed to be a waterfall and like a jungle, and then I could not get it right. So I painted over it, literally painted over it. That's why this area is not so smooth. And now it's gonna be this kind of trippy looking galaxy situation. We've got some little plants over here, and we've got some more little guys. So yeah, I'm just having fun with this. I have this thing where, and this is like probably one of my favorite parts. It's like the starry night, just kind of on top of these little mountains. Van Gogh, you feel me? And I have this issue where like go to paint or literally do anything, I get this like immense pressure that it has to be perfect, and that's something that I'm actually working on, because life, like you're not always gonna create perfect things. Like that's just not how it is. So a lot of times I can't even enjoy what I'm doing because I have this pressure for like whatever I put out has to be perfect, even including myself. Like literally I have to be perfect, and it's just like, bro, like that's not real. So like I said, with that painting, I'm really just enjoying it and not stressing about whether it looks like Picasso did it. You feel me? I remember when I moved in here, everything was white. Like the color of these walls back here was what everything was that color. So any wall that you see that is painted, I painted the closet black, painted the bathroom black. I painted this like bleach white. Because that's like a bleach white wall. I painted the kitchen this blue color, this teal color, and then obviously I painted that. Yeah, this little closet area. This is kind of like my laundry chair situation here. Basically, we just kind of lay everything right there. But I will take this down for the meantime. But this is also a new thing that I did. I like this because it's got these little golden specks and they're very glistening. I like painting flowers. I don't know what it is, but this is an iris. When I first moved in here, this was open. Like, it was just an open closet space because, like, that's my closet back there. And I was like, I don't really know how I feel about all my clothes just chilling and, like, being able to see everything. It kind of was, like, too messy. So I got this little curtain rod thing, which is literally coming out of the walls. And I don't know how to fix it, so hopefully it doesn't fall. But Tutu started like yanking on these curtains and swinging on them like frickin' Tarzan. and yeah, bro, I'm talking about you, bro. Oh yes, that's right. He started swinging on them like he was Tarzan, and it started coming out of the wall. So I'm like, oh crap. But anyways, I've got some lights up here. Let me plug them in actually. We've got some lights. So yeah, we've got these little lights because at nighttime, sometimes I don't know, I just want to turn them on. So I painted these little mountains up here because I just liked, I don't know, I just did it. I don't know why I did it, but I did it. So yeah, we've got these mountains and they go even on the inside of the closet. So they're super cool. These curtains are from Target. They're the Opal House brand. I love everything Opal House from Target. That's actually where I got both of those pillows and that blue blanket. Yeah, I love everything Opal House. It's like kind of boho-y. And then lastly, I'll show this area. So this is like that area that I, what's up? Painted white. At first I had this wall painted orange and like it was so orange that I felt like when the light came in, like orange actually reflected on my floors and it gave the whole room this really heavy feeling. And I'm like, no, that is too much. So we painted this white and then I actually spray painted my vents black, both of them. And then there is the laundry room and my full body mirror so I can be like, yo, we're looking like a mess today. More artwork that I did. Let me block this so you can actually see it. It's not really gonna focus well. This is me as a child. Always been absolute hooligan. And there's me also a child still. And like, here's me still a child. I'm kidding. But yes. And now we have the bathroom. So I did paint this black. Because I don't know why, I think black looks really crispy and nice. We've got me and my brother Leroy up here in this picture. So yeah, that's kind of the whole apartment, if you will. This is one of my, you know what's funny? This is what's funny. So I saw this thing at Home Goods and I loved it so much. I really like dusty, this dusty gold type of material things. I just think it looks super nice. Same with my jewelry. I prefer that color. And actually when I bought this, my bathroom was not black. And I was so like, bro, I was like, if I buy this, I'm painting my bathroom black. So literally, like, I kid you not, buying that was the reason that I painted this entire bathroom black. But yeah, so I've got, this plant is alive and he is growing other parts. And we've got just some other little items and such up here. My ring, oh, I gotta put that on. And more artwork of mine. This really cool rock. And then the bathroom. This thing is going at it. We are straight up getting our oils. We are getting our essential oils, inhaling them right now. This very moment. So yeah, that is the bathroom. Honestly, what inspired me to do this video is the other day I was literally going to the bathroom and I was sitting here and you know, you're chilling and you're like sitting here on the toilet and I was like looking out at my place and I'm like, dude, like this is a pretty cool apartment. Like I really like it. And I'm like, I should film a video. Lastly, I wanted to talk about these shirts. So I designed this like, these shirts, they're originally white. I have a black one as well. I have like 5 black ones and 5 white ones. And I designed this little logo thing and the text, and I had them made for some of my teammates on my bodybuilding team like back in April, and I still had a ton of extra ones. So I'm like, oh, I should tie-dye these. And this is just another one of my crop top shirts. And I tie-dyed them last night and they turned out, actually I tie-dyed them the second time last night. They turned out like kind of too light the first time, but now they look sick. Like, bro, look at these. I actually was kind of like surprised with myself. Let's look at the back. One of them has a really cool back. This one is pretty nifty, I gotta say. It's pretty nifty. But my favorite one, I think, is probably this one. Like, it's just really cool. And bear with me as I get these spread out. But like, dude, like, look at that. Like, look at the colors. Like, that's sick. It really is. And then the front of it as well. I just like it. I don't know. So yeah, I'm actually gonna give this to my old coach because I wanted to do something nice for him and his girlfriend. They're very great people. So yeah, whenever you guys get this in the mail, you'll know it's from me. And then we've got the last one here. This one is super neat too, actually. You know what? I take back what I said. This one is my favorite, no doubt. Like, bro, what? Like, I'm just trying to figure out how I managed to do that. And I love tie-dyeing things. So yeah, super cool. They're all very big. So one of them is gonna be like my sleeping shirt probably, to be honest. But I just love how they turned out. Oh wow, like that? Dude, so cool. This is just my random shirt. Wow, I'm breathing heavy. Thanks for coming along with me on this apartment tour. If I could invite you guys all over, I would have you all over and I would make you some tea and we would just hang out and enjoy the vibes. I'm kidding. But anyways, yeah, I feel that we're all creative. Like, genuinely, when people are like, oh, I like don't have artistic ability, I'm like, if you're a human being, like, you're creative to some degree. And I think it is important to express that part of ourselves. Like there's this this guy that I like listening to, like his podcast, and he always says expression is fuel. And I'm like, yes, I believe that. Because I know when I fulfill that part of myself, I don't know. I feel like it is very nourishing and nurturing to us to express that part of ourselves. And creative energy is sexual energy, like they are the same. So like we as human beings, we possess both of those energies. They come from the sacral chakra in our body. By the way, FYI, we have 7 chakras in our body, and they're these energy centers, and they go from the crown to the root of like the base of us, or you can go from the base of the crown, whatever sequence you want to say, and each one kind of represents something. And the second one is the sacral chakra, and it represents that creative energy and the sexual energy, which we all have. They're the same thing. I went to a workshop. I actually have this thing here, and it says second sacral, to feel, creative and sexuality. It's represented by a 6-petal lotus. Facts. Anyways, but yeah, so I won't lie, I'm still trying to get the hang of talking into a camera. My face is like really red right now because I'm nervous, and whenever I'm nervous, my face gets very much hot, very much so. So anyways, I hope that everybody was able to stick with us today, right, Tutu? Huh? Me and Tutu have this thing that we do where we like headbutt each other, and that's kind of how we like be like, yo, like love you homie. Let's see if he'll do it. Ready? Hey, give me a headbutt. He's not gonna do it on camera because he's like, I don't associate with that weirdo. But anyways, everybody, hope your day's great. I'm gonna try to not get stressed when I go to edit this video. Now I know this different side of YouTube that is literally hours of staring at a screen and re-listening to yourself talk 1,000 million times. So I'm gonna try to not get stressed in the midst of getting all these videos together, so please bear with me. And then next, I don't know what I would like to talk about, but we will figure it out. We will very much so figure it out. Right? Okay, do you love it? Do you love it? Do you love it? Everybody have a great day, and I've already said that, so I'm going to go now.